I'm in Fitzroy bright and early this morning to get some early morning pastries. I'm checking out Lune because I have heard good things. Everyone constantly is telling me it's just the go-to place for croissants here in Fitzroy, but I've never actually tried it myself. So I figured today's the day. We've been doing a lot of videos where we go and check out various parks and nature, but nothing that's really been kind of an experience yet. So today's going to be the first of those. Like I said, I haven't been there before, but I hear there's quite a long line in the morning. So I've come here around 8 o'clock. It opened at 7:30. I'm hoping that the morning rush might have worn off a little bit, but like I said, I've never been here before, never experienced it, so there might be a huge line, there might be none, but I'm excited to find out. And also, I'm enjoying the little walk around Fitzroy, all these little terrace houses and everything. Very cute, very nice. So it's a good start to the day. Mostly to entertain myself, I have come down this tiny little back alley here. Very cool. It's quiet, it's secluded. So I think I'm nearby because I can smell fresh pastries, but because it's so early in the morning, they're also taking out the trash just up ahead. So that fresh baked smell is mingled with some freshly disposed of trash, which is not ideal. Pastries acquired. Got a couple. Let's go find a nice little spot to give them a taste. Now, obviously, I didn't want to do the tasting in Lune itself and annoy everyone who's just trying to have their breakfast. So I'm going to try and find a spot to do the review outside. But something I didn't really factor in is all the park benches are on the main street, which is quite busy and loud. So got to find a little park. Hopefully there is one. Doesn't really look like there's much on the map. Otherwise, we might just have to do this review sitting down in one of these alleyways. I spy a playground, but it is unfortunately right next to quite a large road, and it seems like someone's like chipping wood or something. But it's definitely got lots of background noise going on. So maybe not the best spot. So, one of the alleyways it is, because apparently they are the quietest place around in Fitzroy this morning. So, we've got our little spot. Let's give these pastries a taste. A little friend has come to join me for breakfast. But unfortunately, I don't have anything for you. Maybe they're just a traveler. On their way. Good morning. Nope, looks like they're on their way. So, it's not the most flattering angle, I know, but we're working with what we got here. So, let's check out some Lune pastries. Now, I think we're going to start with just the traditional croissant. I can't go wrong with a classic. And already, just as I've picked this up, it's already crunching. There's going to be so much pastry everywhere by the end of this. But it smells delicious. Looks fantastic. It's nice and glossy. So let's give it a taste. Damn, that's a really good croissant. It's fluffy, but crunchy on the outside. Very buttery. I'm a big fan of that. I like that. It's a really good breakfast. Just this by itself. I'm quite content already. Don't mind me, there's just a bee flying around. I would say that my biggest complaint with these, it's not really a complaint because it's kind of what you want, but they're super, super flaky. Like, every time I bite into it, it's just shedding all over me. But it is delicious. That's a really, really strong start to the Lune experience. Garbage truck's back. Gonna have to wait a few minutes before we continue because I don't really want my other croissants and pastries to smell like garbage. Maybe we'll move spot actually. So while I'm finding a new location, thoughts on that initial croissant? Absolutely fantastic. Like, I would say that's probably my top 3 croissants I've ever had. So that's just their traditional one. That's not even their specialties yet. So yes, definitely worth coming out here this morning. Found myself a new little spot here in a different alley, which is actually off another alley. So hopefully there's no garbage trucks that go by on this one. But let's check out our next one here. I'm trying to remember which bag it's in. Now, my friends have all told me that whenever you go to Lune, the thing to get is the almond croissant. So I've never actually tried one, whether it's at Lune or just in general, so I have no idea what to expect. This could be amazing, this could be subpar, I'll have no idea in terms of comparison, but let's just judge it on its merits and see what it's like just as a pastry. So immediately we've got a whole bunch of almonds on the top there. It's very crunchy, probably a little bit harder, a little bit more dense than the previous traditional croissant, but let's give it a taste. First impression, this is a lot more difficult to actually fit in your mouth than the traditional one, because of those almonds on top you gotta like open that bite to get around them. But there seems to be some sort of filling on the inside as well, which I'm guessing is almond related. I don't know. Never had an almond pastry before, or an almond croissant before. I like the powdered sugar on top. It's very sweet. Yeah, it's a good first bite. Let's keep going. So I can tell that this is like very well made, very good like baking, but I think maybe almond croissants are just like not my flavor, because I can appreciate like it the textures are good, the tastes are balanced, but I don't know. I think I just don't like almonds that much. I'd definitely pick the traditional one over this if I was given a choice, just so I don't have to sit here endlessly getting through this before I get to the next pastry. Let's just put this back in the bag. We'll come back to that. I'll eat that in my own time. And we'll check out, I got a third one here, a bit of a wild card, actually. It's not one that's been recommended to me. It's just something that when I saw it, I was like, that looks interesting. So they call it the morning bun. And I have no idea what it is, but it looks like it's got cinnamon and sugar. And it looks like it's going to be something that's nice to eat. So let's find out if it is. So first impressions on this. I like the scroll kind of look at the top. Definitely nicely sugared and powdered, and it's very dense. It's very weighty. So I'm not sure if that's just going to be a whole bunch of like pastry in the middle, or if there's some sort of filling. Let's bite in and find out. Oh, that smells good. Took the whole bottom off. So this one I like quite a bit. I think still that traditional croissant, that was fantastic. Like as soon as I bit into that, I was like, wow. This one, it's a little bit I don't know, like crunchy on just weird parts of it, which I'm not expecting. Like I'll bite into it and be like, huh, I didn't expect that to crunch. But the flavors are really good. It's kind of like a cinnamon roll, which I love. I love cinnamon rolls, but a little bit more like dense and I don't know, kind of like a cross between a muffin and a cinnamon roll. It's interesting for sure. Like I will happily eat through the rest of this, more so than the almond croissant, but I don't know what to make of it. Tastes delicious though. It's like a cinnamon donut muffin, and one of the worst parts, or the best, depending on how you look at it, as with any cinnamon donut, it has left a whole bunch of sugar and cinnamon on my fingers. So I don't think I'm going to be washing my hands around here anywhere, so we're just gonna have to lick it off this morning. Delicious, but sticky. So definitely that traditional croissant is my favorite of the day. And then I would go the morning bun after, then almond croissant down the bottom. It's just not my cup of tea, but I can see why other people would like it for sure. As for Lune in general, very cool space. I like the look of it. Very modern, very sleek. But unfortunately, it's like half an hour away from where I live, so won't be coming here every morning for breakfast. But if I lived around this area, I think I probably would. I quite liked it. would definitely get it again if I'm anywhere nearby in the morning. If you've ever been to Lune, or you just like pastries in general, drop down in the comments below what your favourites are and what you thought of these rankings. Whether you think maybe I'm just crazy for not really liking almond croissants, or you thought that maybe there's something better I should have gone and gotten. Let me know. Always interested in your thoughts. So that'll do it for me here in Fitzroy this morning, as it sounds like the garbage truck is right in front of me again. I was correct. It's back. I don't know if it's following me or I'm following it, but we're clearly on the same path this morning. So as I was trying to say, that's going to do it for me here in Fitzroy this morning. Thanks for coming with me on the journey to try these pastries. A bit more of an experience rather than just a location. Hoping to do some more of those in the future. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe. And yeah, thanks for stopping by. And I'll see you next week.